everyone. Welcome to another episode of the incredible, almost unbelievable, sort of average Nick and Knarf.
Speaking of average, Average White Band is going to be, I'm just kidding. We're going to be playing some good songs today.
We're the above average white band of two brothers, band of brothers. Anyhow, welcome to our show. How you doing today? We're glad you could join us. We've got a great album, a couple of album songs we want, deep cuts that we want to share with you by the terrific band, probably really underappreciated and deserving more credit, Little Feat.
You know what they say about little feet, right? Little shoes.
Oh, little shoes for little feet. That was really profound. Okay, anyway, getting back to the business at hand. Little Feat was formed in 1969 in Hollywood, California, USA, by the amazing Lowell George, who had an iconic and tragic life, dying in 1979 at a very young age,
35,
in his 30s of a cocaine overdose, and the band
accidental cocaine overdose.
You're right. Yeah, I mean, every time I use it, it's accidental too. So anyhow, not to besmirch him, the poor guy. I mean, what are you going to do? It's another victim of drug abuse and or drug misuse. Unfortunately, if it was an accident. Anyway, he left a great legacy of music and was just starting on a solo career when he died. But he formed the band Little Feat, and they had a great run of about 8 albums before he died and before he disbanded the group in 1979. And the last album before they disbanded, the 6th studio album, is the one we're going to be playing from today. It's Time Loves a Hero. And there's a lot of great songs on this album, but the one we're going to play for you is one of my favorites off the album. There's a number of great songs, and it's a great album altogether. But this one song is one of my favorites, and it has one of the great titles in rock and roll history, Rocket in My Pocket. A lot of people have used that term, and I don't know if the term was coined in order to kind of refer to the term rocket in my pocket being sort of a term for a naughty little event that's happening in people's pants, or if vice versa was the case, they just created the song based on that. But it's a wonderful kind of funky song. Little Feat played rhythm, blues, kind of funky, almost a Southern style music. I thought they sound like they come from the South because they do songs like Dixie Chicken and a bunch of other stuff, but it was out of Southern California. Anyway, this is the 3rd song on the album, Time Loves a Hero, and it's called Rocket in My Pocket. And remember, if you haven't done so, please subscribe, like, and share. We care for your ears. If you have subscribed, we thank you from the bottom of my hearts, and we really appreciate your support.
Let's listen to the music.
Here we go. Rocket in My Pocket, Little Feat.
She said, why don't you ever take me out? Pick me up in your brand new car. You shake the short chain from your old blue jar.
It's an interesting progression.
We headed straight for the rhythm and blues. Music was hot, oh my baby was not. I got it.
Synthesizer there, huh?
Sounds like a slide guitar.
Don't understand that girl. No, I can't explain.
Bill Withers.
Got one foot on the
That sounded like funky.
Interesting sound.
Yeah, it's got a real tasty, funky sound to it, doesn't it?
It did sound a lot like Bill Withers, though. I'll tell you, I really got that vibe while he was singing there.
He's right. You know, I mean, I didn't recognize it either when he mentioned. I said, absolutely, it sounded like Bill Withers. You know, like ain't no sunshine when she's gone. I mean, he's that same voice quality. But Lloyd George was the dynamic force that drove this. I mean, he played with Linda Ronstadt. I think he might even had a love affair with Linda Ronstadt. So he was like a mainstay. His reputation was growing in the rock business, during this run of the Little Feat evolution of those first years. But his stuff all that stuff is so tasty, so funky, so kind of country, and yet it's rocky and stuff. You got Dixie Chicken, and I'll be your Tennessee lamb. I mean, that's why I always thought he was from the South.
Yeah,
he's from LA.
It was a weird combination of almost of hard rock, kind of a funky, jazzy R&B sound, kind of like I said, like a Bill Withers thing, that he does, kind of a rhythm and blues.
Well, and and the thing is that the range of the stuff, if you listen to this album and other Little Feat stuff, there's really a real range of paces and tempos and styles. Lloyd George really had a real broad sensibility, and he even wrote the song Willin'. You know the song Willin'?
Love that song.
Out by the rain, driven by the sleet. He wrote that song. He also wrote the song Linda Ronstadt got what's that? So I was just thinking of it. God, I hate when your mind goes blank. Think of it. I am roll 'em easy, so slow and easy. He wrote that for Linda Ronstadt too, so she made a big hit out of that. But anyway, what did you think of "Rocket in My Pocket" or "In Your Pocket" by Little Feat? I hope you enjoyed it. If you do, please leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about it. Anyway, the next song we're going to do, we're going to take a little intermission because I got to change the CDs. But it's from the album after Little Feat disbanded and then reformulated in 1988. The album is called "Let It Roll," and we got a hot number coming up, so hang in there, okay?
9 years later.
9 years later.
Wow.
We'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Hope you got a chance to get yourself something cool to drink or whatever during the intermission. Anyway, we're ready to bring back another song, another hot rockin' song from Little Feat, from the reconstituted band Little Feat, which formed again 9 years later after the breakup of the original group. And they brought in, it was a couple of the original band members, but they brought in the lead singer and driving force of Pure Prairie League, Craig Fuller, who does most of the songs on this album. And I got to see Little Feat when this album came out, Let It Roll, in 1988 at the University of Arizona, and what a show. It was a rocker. They kick ass. They had horn section. They played some of the old stuff, like Dixie Chicken off of the early Lowell George stuff, and they introduced this album, which from top to bottom has some kick-ass rock and roll songs that carries on the tradition of a Little Feat, but upgrades it with much more higher production values, I think, on this album. And also horns, more layering, and it keeps that essential Little Feat sound, but really packs some power into it. And we're going to do the title song from the album. It's called Let It Roll, from the album of the same name, Let It Roll. So here it is from 1988, Little Feat and Let It Roll.
Stand aside by cruise control.
What's so strange about it?
Horns playing with it.
Might be doing more than 55 when I'm sitting my baby right down by my side. Well, the rubber hits the road this rig, don't need no overload. Come on, let my baby ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, like a cool summer breeze. If my motor's running right, we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
I like that.
This got a great boogie beat to it.
Ooh, nice.
Now I know just how heaven feels when she beats beneath my big old steering wheel. Down the floor, power glide, born and stoked, I'm satisfied when I take my baby for a ride. Ooh, she's like a smooth stretch of highway. Ooh, she's like a cool summer breeze. If my mold is running right, we might lose control tonight. Got the shape I love to squeeze, looks that bring me to my knees. Oh please, let it roll tonight.
Nice, that organ, huh? Yeah, I like that song a lot. Oh, they did it so great in concert at the University of Arizona when I saw them, man. It was just
Did
it
they
just
have an
filled up.
orchestra? Did they have an
They had
orchestra?
some horns. They had a couple of horns. No, they didn't have a full orchestra or anything, but just really cranked. They got everybody standing up and just rocking in the aisles. It's such a great live band too. I mean, this sounds good in a studio version, but when you see them live, they are a party band. You know, they play such good time, fun music, and this reincarnation, like I said, it has a different feel a little bit from the
No
Lloyd
kidding.
George. The Lloyd George is more of I think he's more song oriented, more lyric and song and kind of different rhythms. His sensibility was a lot more eclectic, but the later incarnation became more of this Southern drive and rock and roll, fun stuff, did kind of love ballads and other things. But what did you think of Let It
All right,
Roll?
well, let me tell you what I think.
Let Nick tell you what he thinks.
I think it was overproduced. A little bit too much of the horn section. I don't like it. It took it away from the rawness of the song itself. In some parts, it added a lot, and it was a powerful song and a driving song. I can see why you like it. I liked it, but I thought it was overproduced with all the orchestration. It was a little too much. It sounded like, to me, it was like watching a show on Saturday night and, during the 60s where they would have a full band there, like Lawrence Welk and his band playing that behind the band itself. So it was a little bit too much for me.
Well, I disagree. I like it a lot with the horns. I think it adds a lot more power.
I like the song. Don't get me wrong. I dug some parts of it. It doesn't sound to me like going down Highway 95 with an orchestra in the background. It didn't fit. It didn't fit.
It just adds more, like I said, more energy to the guitar work, and it just pumps up the intensity of the drive of the song forward. And for me, it works. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, and I respect Nick's opinion. Okay, maybe it was a little too much horn here and there, but horns participate an awful lot in a lot of songs. Let's face it.
It's not that I don't hear it. It's just like the big band sound with country rock. It was a weird combination.
But that's why seeing it live makes a big difference. Sometimes a song on an album, when you hear it, you're thinking, well, that's a nice song and everything. But when you see it performed live, and then they've got that same thing, it has a different effect on you in the moment, hearing it live. How many times have you felt that when you've gone to a concert and heard a live version of the song that you know the studio version of? Sometimes you're surprised by it. Sometimes you're put off by it. But if you see it live with this kind of sound, it permeates the arena. It catches you up, and that's why I say their songs are more, in this phase, are more of a good time party dancing music.
Yes.
And it's really infectious, a lot of the stuff.
I felt like I could see the 50s music where they're dancing together and he's throwing him under the legs and all that. I mean, it was kind of like that kind
energetic, good time, kind of a retro song. You're right. It is kind of a retro song. It sounds like it could be something from like the 50s or the 60s, only with better production and more orchestration. But what did you guys think of Little Feat? Did you like Rocket in My Pocket? Did you like Let It Roll? Do you like Little Feat? What are your favorite Little Feat songs or albums? Did you get a chance to see Little Feat? Because like I said, I was lucky enough to see him one time. Didn't see him with Lowell George, which would have been great. But anyway, if you like what you heard, please subscribe, like, share, tell your friends about us. We go deep into album cuts. We bring you the stuff a lot of people won't bring you, because we're looking for those special, unique songs, maybe from the bands that you've heard but haven't heard the song, or a song you heard but didn't realize it was that band doing it, or something like that. We're always trying to find it because we care for your ears.
You guys stay well. Until next time, Nick Knarf signing off.
Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.